What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again. A little late once again. I had stuff going on this morning. Boy, I tell you, you never know how much you have to do until you're trying to do something else. That's all I know. But anyway, I think a pretty good show lined up for you. It ain't all Alabama, so hey, it is what it is, man. And we'll get through this thing and talk about what we got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, Stephen Hicks, what's going on, brother? Yeah, it's a great day to be a Bama fan as usual. Every day is a great day when you are an Alabama fan. Ain't nothing but excitement in the air when you are a Bama fan. The real Dynasty 18, what's going on? Good morning, Tide family, a.k.a. the best family fan base in the country. That is true because guess what? We support the best college football program in the land. Bobby Sprinkle, what's going on, brother? Who else? Do we got anybody else? Tony Jones, what's up? Roll Tide, roll, baby. All day, every day. Hook'em Nation, what's up? Hook'em Horns. Hey, what them Horns gonna do in the SEC? I think y'all gonna be pretty competitive. Myself, that's just me. Tough as nails. What's going on, brother? Carlos Mitchell, roll Tide. All this calm, baby. What the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on, KB. I mean, I don't know what's going on, brother. But I tell you what, it is all calm over here in Gump Nation. I can tell you that. Terrence Jones, what's going on? Appreciate the 5-piece, baby. Anything is better than nothing. Yes, sir. Appreciate the 5-piece, baby. Terrence Jones, your horns. I got to give them their respect, Terrence Jones. I got to give them their respect. I think they're going to do pretty good this year, their first year in the SEC. I think Steve Sarkisian going to keep that program up and running like he did last year. And I think he's going to have more seasons, like he had last year in the SEC. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but hey, it is what it is. So everybody in the comments, don't shoot me for my opinion of Steve Sarkisian and his Texas Longhorns because they got some great athletes over there too. Plus, they got the money to get the great athletes. I'll just say that. The real Dynasty, they don't bring up Georgia name. I'm tired of seeing the mutts coming in. You know they coming in here. You already know it. Aaron Atkins, what's going on? Jeff Roy, I'm ready for Bama football. Me too. Nick Saban say he agree. And I'm assuming he'll agree with me with what I'm saying when it comes to those Texas Longhorns. Yes, sir, Nick Saban. I think they got that money, baby. And with this NIL, I think they can pull more than everybody else. They got oil money over there. So, hey, it is what it is. They got the money. Some of these other football programs are going to have to sell their soul to get some of these guys, man. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, Texas recruiting is legit. Can't overlook it. You sure can't. Hook'em Nation. We go as Quinn goes. I hope y'all ain't depending only on Quinn Ewers. Tell you that right now. But shit, yeah, y'all have been having some good running backs over there too. Now, come on, man. You can't count them out. I think Ole Miss has something cooking as well. And Lane has been very quiet. Yeah. He got Lane, he got something cooking over there. Lane, he like Alabama, Georgia. He getting the best out the best of the best out the transfer portal. And he is choosy about who he choose or who he get out the transfer portal. I got to agree with you on that, Nick Saban Jr. When will we see Georgia as an equal? Please don't come with that 18 national championship nonsense. When will I see Georgia as an equal? Well, how can I not bring up 18 national championships? Okay, I see. Matter of fact, okay, I see them as an equal for the past three seasons, 21, 22, and 23. I see them as an equal the past 3 years. Is that a good enough answer for you? But when it comes to college football and the past 10, 20 years, no, they are not equal. But as of right now, yes. So, hey, I'm going to be real with you. But then I can look at it and say the past 3 seasons, y'all had the benefit of easy scheduling. I can say that too. But anyway, it is what it is. Man, don't be so sensitive. You ain't Alabama. And you won't never be Alabama. But anyway, Alabama's going to win it all this year. Maybe. I hope so. I hope so. That'll bring joy to my heart. Peter Jackson, when you guys bow down and realize Alabama is just Georgia. Hey, bow down to Alabama, baby. Nico rules the SEC for the next. Come on, man. Nico, come on, man. Hell, it won't. And if he do, it won't be for 3 seasons. That might be for 2 because he'll be gone after his junior year if he's that good. I can tell you that right now. KB, these Georgia fans don't understand that their offense is not going to be good enough to win the championship. I don't think so. Not with Mike Bobo. Y'all know how I feel about Mike Bobo. It is what it is. Y'all know how I feel about Mike Bobo. But let's go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about. We got Edward DeBose in the chat. Rodney Scott, welcome. Peter Jackson. Joshua Duncan, what's going on? So, Nick Saban Jr. once again, y'all joining in. But talk. First, we're going to talk about a little bit more about the transfer portal, the spring transfer portal, and the defensive backs that my Alabama coach, Crimson Tide, brought in, Coach Kalen DeBoer and his staff. And out of we addressed that, we went and got 3 defensive backs out the transfer portal to shore up our defensive back or our secondary. Got a couple of depth pieces. Possibly got a starter between Deshaun Jones and King Mack. Possibly. Okay. Now, I would go with Deshaun Jones out of Wake Forest starting before King Mack. You know, that's just my opinion. But King Mack probably could come in and make an impact and get on the field early. You never know. You never know. But talking about these guys, we're going to talk about Cam Howard out of Charlotte first, who was the first addition to my Alabama Crimson Tide secondary during the spring, via the spring transfer portal. Like I say, he was a freshman last season. He spent his first year playing at Charlotte, and he contributed to those Charlotte 49ers early. All right, he started in 2 games as a true freshman, but he played in all 12. He had 2 interceptions last year, 38 tackles. All right, coming in at 5'11", 189 pounds. He played at St. Francis Academy out in Baltimore, Maryland. Well, I think it's in Baltimore. Anyway, he wanted it. And you know Maurice Linguist. Well, Maurice Linguist was the head coach at Buffalo. All right. Now, he's Alabama's defensive back coach. So, yeah, he left a head coaching job to come be a defensive back coach, a position coach for my Alabama Crimson Tide. It tells you the amount of respect that these head coaches from these Group of 5 and FCS programs have for my Alabama Crimson Tide. They will no longer be a head coach just to be a position coach at my Alabama Crimson Tide. So anyway, but yeah, our first pickup was Cam Howard out of Charlotte. All right, added him with Keon Saw and who else? Damani Jackson. Okay. Next guy we got out the transfer portal during the spring, Deshaun Howard out of Wake Forest. All right. Spent 3 seasons at Wake Forest. Probably will be he bring experience to this young secondary along with Malachi Moore and Devontae Smith. And we know Devontae Smith, his story injuries. Malachi Moore been dealing with injuries pretty much his career. His first season, he balled out as a freshman. But anyway, we got Deshaun Jones, 106 feet, 181 pounds. He had 37 tackles last season. He got 2 years of eligibility left to play with my Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, if he come out and ball out this season, he'll probably be on his way to the NFL. Just like Mr. Irrelevant, Jalen Key. Played one season at Alabama and went on to the NFL. I believe Jalen Key came from UAB. But anyway, and then we picked up King Mack, third edition to the Alabama secondary via the spring transfer portal. And King Mack came out of Penn State, saw most of his playing time on special teams. So, I mean, we'll see what he brings to the Crimson Tide, but I think he can be successful with my Alabama Crimson Tide. He was a highly sought after recruit before he committed to Penn State. So, hey, we address, or Coach Kalen DeBoer and his staff address the additions or the needs of the secondary, because we were looking pretty bleak in the secondary after all those guys decided they wanted to leave after Nick Saban retired. He even had a couple of leave before Nick Saban retired. So, hey, but it's all right. It's all right. Coach Kalen DeBoer and put us right back on track to be all right. But anyway, who else we got? People don't know how good and fast Jackson is. He's a 5-star. Yeah, I know. You talking about DeMonte Jackson, right? Yeah, I know he's a 5-star. So, hey, we're going to be all right. KG, you do see Bun in the Longhorn spring game. Yeah, I saw him. I did see Isaiah Bun in y'all spring game. He did pretty good. He smoked one of them damn guys. I tell you, I think it was a 75-yard pass. He smoked that guy. And then old damn Arch Manning. Arch Manning was looking pretty good too, Terrence Jones. But it's a spring game, you know what I'm saying? You know, we all say about spring games. We can't look too much into them. But we all know what Isaiah Bun bring to your team. So, hey, it's all good. You got a good wide receiver. Mr. California, the fast track record in California right now. But, yeah, that's how we address the transfer portal. Next thing, Curtis Perry. Curtis Perry, former defensive lineman for my Alabama Crimson Tide, who jumped in the transfer portal, I believe it was last week. He committed to the Virginia Tech Hokies. Why, I don't know, but, hey, he committed to Virginia Tech. Wisconsin was supposed to host him. So, I don't know what happened there, but he committed to Virginia Tech. I think he'll start right off the bat for Virginia Tech. That's just me. Curtis Perry is 6'2", 265. I played at Pike Road, Alabama, right outside of Montgomery, Alabama. So I was looking forward to this guy being on the field for my Alabama Crimson Tide. He didn't get much playing time for Alabama. So he decided he wanted to leave. He didn't want to stick it out. He didn't want to wait his turn. That's what I tell you, man. At Alabama, programs like Alabama, Georgia, probably even Ohio State and Michigan and Texas or whatever. You can't just come in and start your freshman season, even your sophomore season, unless you just that guy, you just that good. You got to work and wait your turn, man. Look at all the greats that came out of Alabama, went on to the NFL as first rounders, and they just stayed being patient, worked, and waited their time. Look at Jonathan Allen, first rounder. Quentin Williams, first rounder. Come on, man. Yeah, they had rotational periods, but they wasn't starters until what? Their last season before they went to the NFL. They balled out when they became starters, and they went on to the NFL after 1 year as a starter. This guy didn't want to wait his turn. But, hey, so it is what it is, man. Where we at? Anthony Stapleton, your honest opinion, what do you think the season record is going to be between Georgia and Bama? I'm going to get to that later. Hold on. Just stay with me, Anthony Stevenson. I'm going to get to that later because I'm going to talk about it. Because guess what? Those guys that Roll Tide Wire, they did a prediction for all 16 SEC teams, win-loss record. So I'm going to get to that. What's up, Marco? Roll Tide. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting year, Aaron. Georgia native KB, I have to give you more credit than anyone. Win or lose, you are a great man and sport about the game regardless. Always. This is just fun, baby. It's fun. College football is fun. Even when your team lose, you can come on here and talk shit. Because guess what? Somebody else that your team done already beat has lost to. So you can still talk shit regardless if your team win or if your team lose. And that's what I do. Joshua Johnson, KB, jump in the transfer portal when Bama go. No, I won't. No, hell I won't. Bama can go 6-6, fucking 4-8, 3-9. KB always gonna ride with his Alabama Crimson Tide. Can't nothing, nobody, no team deter me from supporting my Alabama Crimson Tide. No team, nobody. Come on, baby. I love me some Alabama Crimson Tide. It don't get no better. I wouldn't give a damn if we go 0-12. It don't get no better than the Alabama Crimson Tide. It don't get no better than that. Because I know sooner or later, more likely sooner, my Alabama Crimson Tide will be bringing a smile right back to my face. And no, we don't switch up. And when KB, when Alabama lose, he don't hide. He don't run. He right back on this channel talking cash money shit. And you best believe that. But anyway, back though, you're right. Roll Tide till I die, baby. All day. You still taking my bet to wear a Georgia Bulldog shirt if Bama lose to my dog? Yeah, Joshua. I done took the bet. I did this before. When Alabama lost to Georgia in that national championship, I had on a Georgia shirt and a Georgia hat. So, yes, I take that bet. And as a matter of fact, I'm so damn confident that my Alabama Crimson Tide going to whoop your Georgia Bulldogs. You know, if y'all, by the grace of God, just so happen to win, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to. You ain't got no Bama shirt, no Bama hat. I'm just that confident that my Alabama Crimson Tide going to whoop your butt. But it just so happened that y'all win, I'm going to wear the shirt. Okay? And if we win, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. I ain't going to even ask you to do nothing. That's how confident I am that we're going to whoop y'all ass. So I got two bets. If Alabama win or Georgia win, I got to wear a Georgia shirt for one of my shows. And then I got to pay Stacey Go Dogs $100. But if I win, I get $100 from Stacey Go Dogs. And old boy Joshua, he don't have to do nothing. He don't even have to wear an Alabama shirt. I get my joy out of just seeing my Alabama Crimson Tide whoop up on them Georgia Bulldogs time after time after time. That's all I know. Anyway, KB, who is that? Jared Dawes fan. KB, are you going to be checking your closet before you go to bed for Carson Beck? After Carson Beck? You know what? His name ain't even Carson Beck to me no more. It ain't even Carson Beck. It's I'm gonna call him Carstonian Beck. That's his name, Carstonian Beck. Carstonian Beck. He is not worthy of shortening his name to a nickname. It's Carstonian Beck from now on. All the talk y'all talked about my quarterback, Jalen Milroy, and he wound up beating that bum. Anyway, yeah, Carstonian Beck. getting back to Curtis Perry, like I said, he was from Pike Road. He spent 2 years with my Alabama Crimson Tide. He redshirted his first year in 2022. And he only played in one game last season in 2023. Okay, so I understand why he transferred. But then again, I feel like if he would have waited, maybe he would have got his chance to be a starter for my Alabama Crimson Tide. I don't know. Maybe he changed his mind when Nick Saban left, and after the spring game, he saw he wasn't going to be used that much this year, not as much as he thought he would. So he decided to leave. So, hey, it is what it is. But here it says he has a pedigree, however, listed as the number 65 player nationally and the number 11 defensive lineman in the 247 Sports Composite ranking as a high school recruit in 2022. Now, he was a damn good player in high school. I got to give him that. But like I always say, does that translate over to college football? Just like when you in college and all that, does it translate over into the NFL? But anyway, a four-star recruit who has 76 tackles, including 22 sacks as a senior. 22 sacks as a damn senior. He picked Alabama over Auburn, Clemson, and Texas. That's hell. 22 sacks as a senior. That is crazy. Yeah, 22 sacks as a senior. So, hey, it is what it is, man. His scout report it just says he has a versatile up front, someone who could play end, but ultimately will probably end up inside as a 3 technique with the Hokies. Though defensive tackle isn't a big concern in 2024, with Virginia Tech having added 3 transfers at that position. So, hey, they all good. But like I say, Perry got 3 years of eligibility remaining, where he spend those all 3 years with the Hokies, or will he'll transfer again? Because with this transfer portal, it's just out of hand. So we don't know what he gonna do. But anyway, this guy from they saying this is a scouting report, or these guys over at Virginia Tech. He reminds me of a kid we had at Penn State named Ken Givens, who's still playing for the 49ers. That's what Virginia Tech head coach is saying. So, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, 6'2", 285, but explosive. The kid's Alabama high school film is impressive, and I think Perry weighed like 268 when he came to our place, maybe 270. So I think he's plenty big enough. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there that Curtis Perry committed to Virginia Tech, former Alabama defensive line, who I was high on coming out of high school. But guess what? He ain't wearing crimson and white no more. So it is what it is. All I know, Virginia Tech suck, and hey, Alabama won't be playing against them because they just won't make it that far. That's all I know. Anyway, KB, Stacey Go Dogs will pay you in EBT. That girl hasn't seen $100 since grandma died. Jesus, Bill Valentine, don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. When you gonna make some more helmets, KB? I don't know, man. Those helmets be hard to come by, man. So I don't know, man. If they ain't wearing crimson, yeah, F them if they ain't wearing crimson. Carson Beck got an average quarterback to get the team through the lightweight team. Carson Beck, just an average quarterback to get the team through the lightweight team. Oh, I guess so. So he an average quarterback getting those Georgia Bulldogs through games against mediocre teams. That's basically what you're saying, Bobby Sprinkle. He's only that good. I think he's a little better than that. I mean, Jesus, we got to give him some credit. He did go 12-0 last season. I mean, Tennessee was pretty good. They ain't just a dud of a team. I think they went, 10-3 last season? So that's a good season. Then who else they beat? Missouri was a good team last year. They went 11-2. But the rest of the schedule, nah. I mean, he ain't Alabama. I mean, he ain't up to par with Alabama. Just put that out there. Yeah, Baker's average. I agree. But he good enough to beat Missouri and Tennessee. I'll say that. KB love the show from Panama City. Appreciate it, Chris Waltman. Tennessee will lose to NC State. Maybe. Maybe. That's going to be a good one, I think. The games are won on the field. Man up and step up. My Alabama Crimson Tide will be waiting. You damn right. Going to be funny when y'all lose to an average quarterback. Well, was it funny to you, Jerry Dawes, when y'all lost to Jalen Milroe last season? When at least we is saying Carson Beck is a quarterback. Y'all were saying Jalen Milroe was a running back. So y'all can't even beat a running back playing quarterback. That's what it sounded like to me. Was that funny to you last season? Just wondering. Because we had a runner, according to you, or you Georgia fans, we had a running back playing quarterback, and y'all still couldn't win. I'm not the biggest Beck fan, but he tore up Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Now, he didn't tear up Missouri. Missouri made some mistakes. Missouri had chances to win that game all the way into the fourth quarter. That loss was on that damn book for Missouri, that damn quarterback. That's who that loss was on. He got a little pressure and just started doing dumb shit. I watched that game. I remember that clearly. He threw, I think, 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter. And you didn't win because of Beck. The real Dynasty 18 really KB. Ball State, Georgia Tech, Vandy, UAB, Tennessee, Martin, Florida, Kentucky. That soft-ass schedule was the weakest schedule in the history of the SEC. Well, you got a point right there, real Dynasty 18. I mean, I tried to take up for him with Tennessee and Missouri. I mean, yeah, it was. Matter of fact, that was the 100th ranked schedule in all of college football and the weakest in the SEC. When it was 14 teams, yeah. Georgia's schedule last year was number 14, and they still couldn't win the conference. How is that? Anyway, Mizzou was whooping Georgia. They sure was. Brock Bowers is gone too. Yep, and they struggled with South Carolina. Don't forget Auburn had them, but we are talking about, Auburn had them too. Hell, they had us too, man. I'm telling you. How are Alabama Crimson Tide looking at this point, you think? I think we need to get better on defense. I think the offense is pretty much straight, but the defense got to get a little better. That's what I think. And then we got to get, see who's going to be the starters in that secondary. I think the front seven going to be pretty much straight. I mean, secondary and the edge rushers, that's what we got to see. That's what, anxious to see Womack's defense. I am too. What's next? Let's talk about former Alabama linebacker Reggie Ragland giving his thoughts on how college football has changed. And pretty much, he's saying the same thing that Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, and the rest of them are saying. Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, not Urban Meyer, but Ryan Day. He pretty much saying the same thing that all of them is saying. That these players, times get hard, they jump in the transfer portal. They want to run from work. They want it easy. It wasn't like that when he came in. He said when his first 2 years at Alabama, he couldn't get nothing right. And one day he thought he was doing pretty good, and Nick Saban cussed him out because he didn't make a tackle up to his standards, Nick Saban's standards. So Saban cussed him out. He said that was the turning point in his career at Alabama. So, and then he became an All-American at Alabama. After that, sometimes they couldn't stand Nick Saban, but they stuck with it and they stuck together. And that's how the teams was so good. But anyway, he went on to talk about that he had the type of parents that if you start something, you're going to finish it. You ain't transferring. If you want to do better, put yourself in a better position. He said that's what he don't like about these kids today. All right. You start something, they don't finish it. They want to run from the work. Times get hard, they want to run. All right. Put yourself in a better position with the same team. They think they can just go to another team and start and all that. But when you go to another team, this is what he's saying. When you go to another team, basically, you starting all over. The coaches got to learn you. You got to learn a whole new playbook. And when it comes down to it, if a guy been there for 2-3 years under these same coaches, and then you come in, and then when the rubber meets the road, he got to make a decision who he going to pick. I would think he would pick the guy that done been there under his tutelage for 2 or 3 years already. That's just me. So, hey, that's what I think. And what else he talked about? What else he talked about? What else he talked about? Let me see. Waiting your turn, being patient, waiting your turn. And he mentioned players like Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. Who else he mentioned? Ryan Anderson. Players like that who was patient and waited their turn. They worked. They didn't run. They didn't jump in the transfer portal. Of course, the transfer portal wasn't like it is. It wasn't like it was. It ain't like it is now. Back then, it wasn't like it is now. Back then, so I mean, but hey, it is what it is. These players got freedom today to move as they want, so they don't feel like they got to work for it. They can get it easy. But anyway, if you look at players at the University of Alabama who was just patient and waited their turn and then became first-round draft pick, second-round draft pick, having great careers in the NFL. You look at them guys. Quentin Williams, who waited what? He waited his turn, started 1 year, first-round draft pick. Just saying. Same thing with Jonathan Allen and freaking look at freaking Mac Jones. This man was at Alabama 5 years. 5 years. First round draft pick. He waited his time. When he got his time, he shined and became a first round draft pick. He just stayed at Alabama, stuck it out, and worked. Isaiah Buggs started 1 year in the NFL. Okay, just putting it out there. Mac Wilson waited his time. You look at Blake Sims. Look how long that guy was at Alabama. 6 years. This man went from running back to wide receiver to quarterback. Waited his time. They don't want to wait. Do you look at those guys? That Kirby Smart guy, Quay Walker, waited his turn. First round draft pick. You look at freaking Jalen Carter, waited his time. First round draft pick. So hey, that's what Reggie Record was speaking on. And he spoke on the NIL, talking about NIL. These players coming in. He said, just like Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, and all them coaches in the game today. Well, Nick Saban ain't in the game today, but them coaches talking about they all for NIL. They all for players getting paid, but it need to be restrictions. Matter of fact, let's go with what he said about this NIL deal. Where we at? But he is for the NIL. I need to find what it said. Okay. He don't get the NIL the way it is now. All Reggie Ragland saying, like Nick Saban saying, Kirby Smart, and those guys, Ryan Day, Prove yourself first before you get the money. You want NIL money, but the name and the image and the likeness are not there yet. You coming in as a freshman. You ain't got no name, image, and likeness yet. You got a name, but you ain't got no image and likeness because you ain't did nothing. Just like Nico at Tennessee. Got an $8 million NIL deal before he even set foot on Rocket Top. What image and likeness he got? He ain't did a damn thing. He still ain't did a damn thing. And been there, what, 2 years now? Or this will be his second year. He still ain't did a damn thing. Well, I mean, he won a bowl game, but that's it. But anyway, like you said, your name, image, and likeness are not there yet. Coming in, and you're trying to make demands, and you aren't even making any plays and getting mad and leaving if you want more money somewhere else. I think there should be restrictions on that, like the guys who deserve it and who's making plays. Those are the guys who should get it. And that is true. That is true, man. You shouldn't be getting no damn millions of dollars as a damn freshman. You ain't done nothing. So, hey, it is what it is. And then he talked about he was getting millions of dollars in college at 19 or 20. He don't know where he'll be right now. And that's true for a lot of players. So, hey, but anyway, let's go to some of these comments again. Missouri didn't have Georgia at all. Georgia held the lead the whole game, but Missouri was the top 10 team, could have probably beat any of the top 5 teams. Okay. Missouri never had Georgia. Well, all I know, that game, it was a close game all the way until the middle of the fourth quarter. I do know that. So Joshua Duncan, let me ask you a question. Alabama won by 3 points, right? Y'all say y'all could have won. Y'all could have beat Alabama. You had to lead one time. You had to lead, 5 minutes into the first quarter. And after Alabama scored their first touchdown, you never had to lead again. You didn't have the lead since the first quarter, but you say you could have beat them. But now you saying Missouri never had Georgia because they was never in the lead. So how y'all could have won when you never led past 5 minutes in the first quarter or past freaking 8 minutes in the first quarter? So how could you beat Alabama according to your logic? But anyway, our defense will be elite. Watch it. I hope so, Stephen Dix. Joshua Duncan, once again, what other ranked teams did Bama play? The only difference in ranked teams that Bama played over was Texas. Oklahoma pulled out of Georgia, and Oklahoma. No, Kirby Smart ran from Oklahoma. I've been telling y'all that. But anyway, Ole Miss was ranked when we played them. Were they not? Because we played them in the 4th week right after that debacle from South Florida. Tennessee was ranked when we played them. Were they not? Were they not? Let me bring it up. Yes, they were. Tennessee was ranked when we played them. Ole Miss was ranked when we played them. Let me get to it real quick. Yeah. We played ranked Texas, ranked Ole Miss, ranked Tennessee, ranked LSU, and your ranked Georgia Bulldogs. That's 5 ranked teams that Alabama played in 2023. And I believe Texas A&M was ranked when we played them too. I believe. Not really sure. Or I know they was ranked the week before because I believe they lost the week before. But anyway, they was ranked when they went into that game. But anyway, I know for sure Alabama had 4 ranked opponents on their schedule last season. And then we beat you when you was number 1. So what are you talking about? Waiting. So you can't compare Georgia's 2023 schedule to Alabama's 2023 schedule. There's no way, no how. What ranked teams did y'all play last season? UT Martin wasn't ranked. Ball State wasn't ranked. South Carolina wasn't ranked. UAB wasn't ranked. Auburn wasn't ranked. Okay. Who else? Vanderbilt wasn't ranked. Florida wasn't ranked. Could I be wrong? Could I be wrong? I mean, it is what it is. Kentucky was just straight trash. That was ranked when y'all played them, though. That's all I know. Was Georgia Tech ranked? I don't think so. Come on, baby. You just heard the teams I named. UT Martin, Ball State, South Carolina, UAB, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Florida trash, Kentucky trash. Oh, man. But, hey, y'all want to keep comparing yourself to Alabama. Ain't no way. Anyway, people better go watch Kane Wommack's defense playing in Indiana. Indiana was ranked number 10, first time being a high rank as long as time in the history of their program. Indiana ain't a good football team. All right. That might have been the first time they was ranked that high for a long time in their history. I don't know. But I know they're not a good football program. And then if he had Indiana ranked at number 10, imagine what he can do at Alabama, what the type of athletes that we got. Just putting it out there. What other ranked team did Bama play? Oh, I've seen that. Man, come on, man. Womack defense have been elite. Bama going to be elite on defense. I really hope so. Bama ranked team. I said that Texas, LSU, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Georgia. Yeah. But anyway, hey, it is what it is, man. They can put down Alabama all they want, but Alabama still be tan off in their ass. That's all I know. There should be some type of restrictions on NIL and the portal. Hell yeah, it should be. Look at my comments, KB, and you will see. I already said that, but if you count Texas A&M as ranked, then Kentucky, I just said Texas A&M was ranked the week before we played them, I believe. I don't know if they were still ranked when we played them. I do know they was ranked the week before. But at the time, I'm counting Kentucky as ranked because Kentucky was ranked when y'all played them. But that don't mean they was this good team. They was like 5-0 when y'all played them, 6-0. But you got to look at the teams that they was playing before they played y'all. And I can tell you, if they was worthy of the ranking that they was given before they played y'all. Now, let's what the hell is this? Let's see. I don't think so. Now, Kentucky played Ball State, Eastern Kentucky, Akron, and Vanderbilt, and Florida. That was their first 5 games. So they came into your game 5-0. Well, did Florida make a bowl game? I think not. Did Vanderbilt make a bowl game? I think not. How many games did Florida win? 4, 5? I don't know. They was 5-7. Florida was 5-7 last season. And that was the best team they played before they played y'all. So was they deserving of a top 15, 25 ranking? No. Not when you're playing Ball State, Eastern Kentucky, Akron, and Vanderbilt in a 5-7 Florida. Come on, man. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the 5 games that they won. They went 5-0 first game, but they ended up winning 2 more games after that. 7-6 season. Come on, man. They beat Mississippi State, who was straight trash, won 3 or 4 games. And they beat who? Louisville, 38-31. Trash. But anyway, these fools, oh my goodness, they even lost to South Carolina. Jesus. But anyway, But you can be proud that y'all beat them. We sucked last year. Yeah, Kentucky. I mean, you did. Lee, you said that last year, and there is nothing to be west or east. Y'all ain't no more west or east no more. So, oh well. But anyway, let's talk about this last thing. And I'm going to get beat up over this. But hey, it's all good. Let me get to it. What the hell is this? Okay, right here. Projection win-loss record for all 16 SEC football teams in 2024. These are not my words. I'm reading this. USA Today. Maybe this came off Roll Tide Wire. I don't know. Yeah, Roll Tide Wire. So it's coming off Roll Tide Wire. So you know it's going to be biased towards my Alabama Crimson Tide, just like I am. So, hey. But anyway, matter of fact, I'm going to share this screen with y'all. Let me go ahead and share the screen, man. Oh, man, y'all about to tear this up. But, hey, it's all right. We're going to predict this. Y'all already see it. Alabama 12-0. All right. So we predicting the win-loss records for Alabama for all SEC football teams in 2024. And first up, we're going to go to first. Anyway, we're going to go with spring ball wrapping up. The college football season steadily approaching. Fans across SEC are eager to see and hear how their respective teams will perform during the 2024 season. Many are optimistic that their team will exceed expectations, while others could be curious as to what expectations are appropriate for their favorite teams. Whatever the case may be, football will be here before you know it, only 3 months away. Schools across SEC are working diligently to establish the best roster possible to compete in one of the most difficult conferences in the country. The SEC is known to produce some of the best talent and strongest teams each and every season. So we about to get in here. Oh, what's this? Anthony, when Georgia visited LSU, they got their ass whooped. When he visited Tuscaloosa, they got their ass whooped. You don't play nobody. You keep playing that software schedule east. Well, that's true. Georgia only plays games either at home or in Atlanta because they are afraid to travel. That's why you guys are afraid to go to Oklahoma, because you would have, they would have lost in Oklahoma last season. And the first game, that's no lie. But check this out. Atlanta, I believe the national championship will be played in Atlanta in 2026. Georgia don't have much, they ain't too successful in Atlanta. I'll tell you now. Since Mercedes-Benz Dome has been there when it was played in 2017. First national championship game in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. First SEC game, they won it. But since Mercedes-Benz been constructed, Georgia is 2-5 at Mercedes-Benz. Prove me wrong. They beat Auburn at Mercedes-Benz the first year for that SEC championship, 2017. And they beat LSU. Did they beat? No, they didn't beat LSU. Whooped their ass there. And they beat who did they beat? I know they 2-5. Oh, they beat Auburn. Was it? No, it was played in Indiana when they beat us. I know they do. They 2-5 in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz. I do know that. I just can't think of who they beat. Who did they beat for that SEC championship in 2022? Yeah, they beat LSU in 2022. Yeah, LSU. They beat LSU in 2022 for that SEC championship. But they also lost to the SEC championship in 2019 to LSU. Okay, so they 2-5 because they lost to us in Mercedes-Benz for that 2017 national championship. They lost us in the 2018 SEC championship. The 1920, the 21 SEC championship, and the 2023 SEC championship. Yeah. But anyway, damn Alabama, LSU on that stadium. Alabama on that stadium. Definitely wasn't a three-peat when Coach O was the head coach. LSU is 2-0 against Kirby. Kirby got destroyed by LSU. He did that. I mean, he didn't beat Ed Orgeron not one time. And Ed Orgeron wasn't that good of a coach. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's get to this thing. I probably got it still pulled up. But anyway, let's go like this. Let's do this. Anyway, we're going to project this. Alabama. Well, I'm going to go straight down the list. Alabama, 12-0, baby. My Alabama Crimson Tide. I agree. 12-0. Damn right. What? 12-0. My Alabama Crimson Tide have some uncertainties heading into the 2024-25 season. For one, Alabama do got a new head coach and multiple new assistant coaches. All right. Outsiders are skeptical on how Alabama will stack up against some of the top-ranked teams in the country. However, Alabama have too much talent to be overlooked, and that is a fact. The Crimson Tide return key starters like Tyler Booker, Deontay Lawson, Jalen Monroe, and Malachi Moore. Don't forget about Jaron Reed. Don't forget about him. Don't forget about Jaheim Otis. Don't forget about Jahad Campbell. You can't forget about them. Don't forget about Tim Keenan. Don't forget about Tim Smith. Don't forget about those guys. You know, hey, it is what it is. But hey, keep it moving. Alabama added talent via the transfer portal in areas needed. Did a good job at it too. Alabama faced some adversity on the road. I do not see anyone being able to stop the Crimson Tide's high potent offense. However, for that reason, I have Alabama finishing the regular season with a perfect record. And who wrote this article? It would be Brody Smoot. That's who wrote the article, Brody Smoot. Anyway, and yes, Alabama will have a highly potent offense. You've seen a little bit of it in the spring game. Now, let's move to the comments because I see some people I know it's some people who disagree. The real dynasty, damn Skippy. Kirby is watched LOL. Dean LSU always been behind Bama. They damn sure have. That's not, a secret. The real dynasty, that LSU team beat everybody. And Alabama gave them the closest win. Hell, Tua fumbled the ball running in the end zone. Nobody touched him. That was a mistake. So, hey. But Alabama gave him the toughest fight. And Tua was hurt that game. Bama going 12-0. We got unfinished business. That's true. The team loaded. Stop playing with us. Yeah, this team loaded, man. No lie. Y'all do know that LSU is on Bama's schedule. And come on, man. We win more in Death Valley than y'all do. Plus, y'all they barely beat 2 on one leg. Plus, y'all gonna still have that sorry ass defense. Y'all talking about y'all really ain't addressed the defensive indisparities that y'all have. Come on, man. Y'all trash on defense. Y'all are lacking a defense. You can't win without it. So nobody is worried about LSU. You went in and got you a new defensive coordinator, and you got that same garbage on defense, and your defense is going to be garbage. So, hey, no neighbors, no Daniels, no deal. You got that right. They got Nuts and Mar. They got Gert Nuts and Mar. Hey, shit, Chris, I thought you were talking trash to me. My bad. Hey, but guess what? Yeah, no Jaden Daniels, no Malik Neighbors. Trash. What's the other wide receiver y'all had, you ain't got him either. It's going to be a long season for LSU. No, they ain't gonna stop nobody on offense. All right, let's get to the next team. All right, we got the Arkansas Razorbacks. They got them going 5-7. I definitely agree with that. This might be Sam Pittman last year. Arkansas Razorbacks lost two of his top offensive players, quarterback KJ Jefferson and Raheem Rocket Sellers. I don't know who their quarterback gonna be. Ain't nobody they got gonna be able to replace Sellers. I'm sorry, Arkansas, but man, it ain't even no reason to talk about y'all. But I'll give y'all a little bit of love. The Razorbacks have one of the most difficult schedules in the conference. Sam Pittman's squad will have a difficult time to establishing their identity. Arkansas plays road games against number 17 Oklahoma State, Auburn, Mississippi State, Missouri. Fortunately, they'll be playing at home against Tennessee, LSU, Ole Miss, and Texas. They'll probably lose every one of those games at home. I wouldn't doubt it. Oklahoma State, Auburn, Mississippi State, and Missouri. I think Auburn can beat them. Missouri will probably beat them. Oklahoma State will beat them. So, hey, sorry, Arkansas. Y'all ain't going to do that. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Try to stick with daggone baseball. Anyway, keep it moving. Then we got the Auburn Tigers. They got them going 6-6, baby. At least they'll be making it to a bowl game. The Auburn Tigers added some talent via the transfer portal. The Tigers have replenished their roster. Really? Have you really? The offense returns key players like Peyton Thorne, Jaquez Hunter, and Damari Austin. Peyton Thorne, he's the weak link in those players. The defense should be capable of being in the middle of the pack in comparison to the rest of the SEC. However, their schedule comes with some tall tasks. The Tigers play road games against Georgia, Missouri, and Kentucky. In all likelihood, Auburn will finish with a 500 record. I'm going to give Auburn a chance to win more than 6 games. That's what I think. I think they can win more than 6 games. What y'all think? So, hey, it is what it is. I got Auburn winning at least 7. I'm going to give them 7-5 record. All right, Florida Gators, they got them going 3-9. If they own the track to go 3-9, even 5-7, or even 6-6, this will be Billy Napier's last season, and he will not last the whole season. I don't think so. Florida Gators got the toughest schedule in the SEC. Unfortunately, the Gators head coach Billy Napier, this season could end up being his last, and I agree. Florida closes the season against 5 top 25 opponents: Georgia, Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, and number 15 Florida State. I give them a chance to win one of those games, and that's against LSU, and that's because of LSU's defense. And even then, I don't think Florida will win this game or will beat LSU. If Florida can manage to go 500 in these games, the likelihood of them reaching the bowl game increases significantly. I do not see that happening, however. Not at all. Not at all. So, yeah, Florida saying not Billy Napier, this is going to be your last season. I just seen those opponents. I ain't even looked at the schedule. But, oh, man, it's going to be rough for Florida. That's all I know. They'll have a new coach by at least game 8. The 8th week of the season, they'll have a new coach. The only reason players leave Bama is because they are not good enough to beat Bama. You got to give it some time, baby. You just can't come in there and think you're gonna win. You can't do that. I mean, gonna automatically start. Let me just say that. Yeah. You can come in there thinking you're gonna win, which you are if you stick around. But just coming in there starting, no, you got to work for that. You got to earn it. Georgia Bulldogs, 10-2. I got them at least 3, but they gave them some credit. 10-2. The Georgia Bulldogs have the talent and coaching staff to have further success this season. The Bulldogs return a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Kirby smart squad will be well equipped to make a run at the college football playoff. The Bulldogs will face two major obstacles along the way. Georgia will travel to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama and will travel to Austin to face Texas. That will likely result in 2 losses. So I projected the Dogs to finish 10-2. I'm saying 9-3. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So it ain't only me. What's up, Jonathan McMillan? So it ain't only me that gave these Georgia Bulldogs some losses. It's these guys at Roll Tide Wire too. So hey, it is what it is. Let's keep it moving. I know that. I know them Georgia fans don't like that shit. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. What we was at? The Georgia Bulldogs, Kentucky Wildcats, 8-4. Really? I don't see that either. The biggest question marks surrounding the Kentucky Wildcats football program is the quarterback position. They got the guy from Georgia. Anyway, with last season starting quarterback Devin Leary returning pro, the Wildcats will now look towards Brock Vandergrift to take over the reins as QB1. With a difficult schedule, I would envision it being difficult to navigate at the start of the season. However, I expect Kentucky to settle in and potentially upset some teams. It should be potentially upset some teams along the way. For this reason, I have the Wildcats finishing 8-4. That's not going to happen, man. That is not going to happen. They not going 8-4. At least I don't see it. Let's look at it. 8-4 for Kentucky? No, not going to happen. If you look at their schedule, let's look at it. What the hell is this? No. That's the wrong thing, man. Not going to happen. 8-4. Why won't this thing do nothing? Okay, there we go. Kentucky. They'll win the first game against Southern Miss. I think they can beat South Carolina. They'll lose against Georgia. They'll beat Ohio Bobcats. So they'll start out 3-1. Then they'll lose to Ole Miss. They'll beat Vanderbilt. They'll beat Florida. They'll lose to Auburn. They'll lose to Tennessee. They'll lose to Texas. So they could go 8-4. This schedule is pretty easy to me. They play Louisville. They might lose to Louisville. I think they'll lose to Louisville. They'll lose to Texas, Tennessee, Auburn, Ole Miss, Georgia. That's 5 games there. So that's 7-5. So I'll give them 7-5. That's just me. So, hey, OSU minus 10 win. What? I think OSU can get, I don't know. See how their quarterback play is. I think Texas minus 10, KJ Jefferson got to be 30. I think he about 24. I think this is going to be his 5th year, I believe. Alabama is about the same, minus 9 wins. That can always change. That's Vegas odds. Do you believe Vegas? You believe Vegas, man? Come on, baby. Did you believe Vegas last season? You believe Vegas when they said they picked Georgia the favorite to win the SEC and the national championship? Did you believe Vegas then? Did you believe Vegas in December, right before that SEC championship? Did you believe in them then? Just wondering. Crazy thing is, John, no Georgia head coach has a winning record over Bama. Only one. Only Mark. No, he don't even have a winning record over Alabama. So he started out with a winning record over Alabama, but he didn't end with a winning record over Alabama. And I'm talking about Mark Richt. So, but the only coach in Alabama, in Alabama history, they got a losing record to those Georgia Bulldogs is Mike Shula. The only one. But anyway, let's keep it moving. That's Kentucky Wildcats. Now we got the LSU Tigers. They picked to go 9-3. What y'all think? 9-3? I don't think so. What did they go last year? Like 9-4? Well, yeah, 9-4, I believe. But anyway, 9-4. That's how they ended the season. But they went 9-3 during the regular season. No, they will not go 9-3 during the regular season. They're going to lose to Alabama. That's fact. They don't have a defense. Jaden Daniels not there no more. Malik Neighbors not there anymore. I forgot the other wide receiver they had. He's not there anymore. It's gonna be rough. That's me. But hey, that's just my opinion. Moving on, Mississippi State Bulldogs 6-6. I ain't even no even point in talking about Mississippi State. They ain't even relevant in the SEC no more. I don't care that they got a new head coach or whatever. They ain't relevant. So I'm gonna move past them. 6-6. I don't even have them going there. All right, Missouri Tigers. They got Missouri going 11-1. Not gonna happen. I told y'all Missouri just had a one-off last season. It's not gonna happen. They done lost the best thing they had going for them in Cody Schrader. They don't have that no more. Damn, Brady Cook. Yeah. He ain't gonna take you too far. Shit, the season rolled on daggone on what's the name last season? Cody Schrader. That's what the season rolled on. One for him, they probably would have been 8-4. Shit. Yeah, Luther Burton, pretty good wide receiver. But your quarterback ain't all of that. So Luther Burton and daggone Brady Cook, they can't carry this team. I know not to 11-1 record, not to a 10-2 record. Not gonna happen. That is crazy. That's asinine. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Yeah, Georgia 10-2, Alabama 12-0, Missouri 9-3. I agree with all that. Yeah, Thomas and Neighbors gone. Yeah, they gone. What, that defense and losing the best wide receiver and the Heisman quarterback? Yeah, and the second best wide receiver. The SEC should kick Vandy garbage out for Clemson and add Miami and Florida State. Hey, that would be good. But if you're going to have to add 4 teams. But hey, we can add who? Clemson, Florida State, Miami. Who else? Shit. Since daggone Texas A&M and Texas in the SEC, just go to head and add probably TCU or Texas Tech. Shit, one of them two. They'll be a whooping boy we can beat up on. They barely beat a backup Ohio State defense. Mizzou ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But that's what we were talking about. Let's move on to these Oklahoma Sooners. Got them going 7-5. Out of the Big 12 programs that are joining the SEC this season, I expect Oklahoma to struggle most of the season. Texas is better equipped with talent and the coaching staff to compete in the SEC area. All signs point towards the Sooners having a more difficult time accumulating to the nature of the SEC. A 7-5 start in the SEC is not bad. It will certainly be a stepping stone for the future for Oklahoma. 7-5 start. Didn't Kirby go 7-5 in his debut season for the Georgia Bulldogs? SEC, I believe he went 75, but since then, that guy's been to hell. I'm telling you, he's been hell. So hey, it could happen that way, but I doubt it. Oklahoma going 75. I'm gonna give Oklahoma 8-4. That's me. I'm gonna give them 8-4. I got a little bit of faith in Brent Venables, even though they lost their quarterback last season via the transfer portal. So hey, I believe he went to USC out there with Lincoln Riley. So hey, it is what it is. Ole Miss 10-2. Ole Miss might go 11-1. Even with dang on Golden. Lane Kiffin ain't been saying much this offseason. Lane Kiffin just been working, navigating the transfer portal. And he picked up some good transfers too. So got Jackson Dart coming back as the starting quarterback. Well, you ain't got Quinshon Johnson no more, but hey, it's all good. But I think this still could be a high-powered offense. The defense could be improved even under Pete Golden. All right. So hey, we'll see. Lane Kiffin, one of the best offensive minds in the game. So they could be 10-2. Remember, they only lost 2 games last season. That was to Auburn and Alabama. That was it. So we can't overlook Ole Miss. That's facts. Texas A&M. Texas is going to own A&M. Yeah, I agree with that. Sooners beat the other Sooners. They did beat Texas last year. They did. I don't think they'll do it this year. Move A&M out. They aren't winning anything, especially now with the big brothers. Yeah, that's true. All right. South Carolina 5-7. This new starting quarterback they got supposed to be pretty good. But South Carolina ain't going to do nothing. South Carolina got to play Alabama, Oklahoma, and Clemson on the road. They got to play Texas A&M and LSU. I think they can beat LSU. Shit, I think they can beat Texas A&M. Damn near half the damn players in that number 1 recruiting class that they got left. Probably more than half. So, but South Carolina ain't going to be no threat to nobody. Certainly not to the playoff. Tennessee Vols, 9-3. We got Nico coming in as the starter. The $8 million man. He better put some weight on his little po ass. He's going to be fragile. Because when these hits get to coming, can them damn bones stand up? We'll see. Aiden Daniels did it, but hey, it is what it is. But Tennessee 9-3, I agree with it. They won't beat Alabama, and we're gonna whoop their ass in Neyland Stadium. And this guy, Tennessee fan, he be on the radio or whatever. One of these podcasts said Tennessee gonna beat Alabama by double digits. I'm gonna make a video about that. Make sure y'all tune in. But anyway, the Tennessee Volunteers should be improved from a season ago. A year of development for Nico should help the Volunteers offense. Josh Heupel's squad has a very high ceiling, similar to Ole Miss. However, I have the Volunteers suffering losses against Alabama, Georgia, and Oklahoma. Alabama and Georgia for sure. For sure. Matter of fact, I haven't looked at Tennessee's entire schedule yet. So I'm going to do it right now. Tennessee 2024 football schedule. All right, they open up easy with Chattanooga, which we all know that's a win. North Carolina State Wolfpack, that could be a possible loss. They'll beat Kent State. I don't know how to rate that. They'll beat Arkansas. They'll beat Florida. They'll lose to Alabama. They'll beat Kentucky. They'll beat Mississippi State. They'll lose to the Georgia Bulldogs, UTEP. And, yeah, they got a pretty easy schedule, though. But, yeah, I can see 3 losses. Georgia, Alabama, and between North Carolina State and Oklahoma, I think they'll lose one of those games. So, yeah. Yeah, Nico ain't fast as Jaden Daniels. He's a pocket passer, and if he gets laced out by a big-ass lineman or linebacker, they better hope he get up. Yep, that's true. That is true. But he's a great passer. He can run. Now, I got to give him that. He can run. But he's not a Jaden Daniels. So, Alabama will beat South Carolina 52-14. Overlooking Ole Miss. I'm just wondering, was that once in a million year, or was that just what's to come from Ole Miss? Like, was it a fluke? Is that what to come from Ole Miss going forward? I don't know. I think Ole Miss is going to be pretty good. I think they'll be pretty good this year. That's just me. I got faith in Lane Kiffin. He don't be pulling all the antics he used to. I don't know if they lose to NC State or Oklahoma, but I do see Tennessee losing to Georgia and Alabama. Clearly, we give too much respect for Oklahoma and State. I love them, but they're ACC. Come on, man. Respect Oklahoma, man. Don't let Oklahoma come in and start whooping ass now. You remember Missouri came in the SEC and was whooping ass. You remember those days. I'm sure you remember those days, Jerry Howard, because they were whooping up on your Georgia Bulldog. So don't you fret on Oklahoma yet. Now, come on, now. All right, keep it moving. That was Tennessee, Texas Longhorns, 11-1. Oh man, y'all think Texas gonna go come in the SEC and go 11-1 the first season? I don't. Texas Longhorn could very well finish with a flawless record this season. Hell no. Steve Sarkisian's squad will have a good deal of returning starters on both sides of the ball. Not to mention, the Longhorn added talent via the transfer portal. They did do that. It will be interesting to see how Texas fares in the SEC this season. The only loss that I have the Longhorns suffering is against Michigan in week 1. Oh, shit. Other than that, I do not see Texas losing the rest of the season. So what this person is saying is that Texas is going to beat breaks off Georgia. Now, Georgia got to go on the road to Texas. So now, hey, it is what it is. But he said that when we talked about Georgia. But anyway, I don't know. They ain't going 11-1. I just don't see it. Not me. Let me look at their schedule. Let me look at Texas schedule. Hell no. Hell no. No. Texas. Colorado, they'll beat them. Michigan. That's the game they got to lose. UTSA, ULM, Mississippi State, them all wins. Then you got Oklahoma and Georgia. They're going to lose one of those games. Possibly, he could lose both. And then they'll be good the rest of the season. Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, and Kentucky, Texas A&M. Texas A&M are playing tough, but I think Texas will pull it out. But only reason I say Texas A&M are playing tough is because it's a rivalry. And for rivalry games, just like Auburn, they seem to show up on bad day. So, but yeah, I can see they're going to lose. They could lose to Michigan. They could lose to Oklahoma. They could lose to Georgia. I can see 3 possible losses, but I don't think they'll lose all 3 of those games. I don't. All right. Texas A&M 8-4. Not happening. Not happening. Yeah, Evan Stewart, he went to Georgia. He went to Oregon. No, hell no. 8-4, I ain't even going to entertain that. 6-6 maybe. 8-4 ain't happening. Vanderbilt, 3-9. Vanderbilt might be this might be Clark Lear's last season too. Clark Lear is like 29-9 right now at Vanderbilt as the head coach. This might be his last season too. But Vanderbilt will keep a losing coach around 6-7 damn seasons for some reason. Why, I don't know. Maybe they be hoping. But Vanderbilt is nothing whatsoever to talk about. So, hey, it is what it is, man. But I just wanted to go through that. I think Texas is in for a rude awakening this year in the SEC. They got a pretty easy schedule. So, KB, you're saying Bama going undefeated. You damn right I'm saying it. Just like this guy said it, and I'm going to continue to say it. Yes, I am. I can see Texas slaughtering Georgia. They better hope Texas D doesn't play hard like they played Alabama in 22. They don't have a Bryce Young, a Beck, and Beck slow as dirt and can't read defenses. Alabama beats Georgia. Nobody besides OU will have a chance to beat Alabama. I agree. What's up, Brock? What's going on, brother? I ain't see you in there. Who else came in? Sheila K. I'm excited that Alabama and UGA played me too in the regular season. Finally. I can see Alabama 10-2. The money line for Vegas is 9-3, but I can see 10-2. Hey, it is what it is. I can see 12-0. That's just me. Aaron Atkins came in. What's up, brother? But anyway, decided I'd go through that to end the show. What's up, Melvin Anderson? You come in late, brother. Sorry, brother. I'm about to get out of here. Has better chance of beating Georgia than Texas. You damn right. You know it. We know. Everybody know that. Well, legends are made, baby. But anyway, it was good to come on here this morning, this afternoon. Now it's after 12 o'clock. But hey, it is what it is. But it's time to go. It's time to get out of here. Time to end the show. And I appreciate y'all joining me, to hang out with me on this Wednesday morning / afternoon. But appreciate it. Maybe I need to change my show to 12 noon. What y'all think? 12 o'clock sharp. What do y'all think? But anyway, y'all can put it in the comment section. 12 o'clock sharp. People be on lunch break. But anyway, but yeah, I'm about to get out of here, and I see y'all later. And as usual, y'all be blessed. LeBron is a phony. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. But I ain't gonna get into that because I'm finna get the hell out of here. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be blessed. And I don't give a piss about nothing but the time. And roll. Damn.